inspiration from the Mad Max movie. Kenny Hawk had long dreamed of creating something like this. He knew that a car should combine the virtues of two aspects: an all-wheel drive monster ready to overcome any off-road and obstacles, and an understated model that would not be taller than a normal sedan. As a result, he managed to put his crazy idea into practice. However, after achieving the first results in creation of the car, it turned out that it was not large enough to accommodate all the modifications of the project. For this purpose, the body was lengthened, but the planned engine and transmission no longer matched it. That's why Kenny, with the support of his friends, renovated a 12-cylinder engine taken from an old school bus. Now, this beast gives out 700 horsepower and 1,200 Newton-meters of peak torque. Overcome ground obstacles and swim across water surface. Its design features a pair of wheels with low-pressure tires and 2 propeller screws fixed to the rear. A kind of all-terrain vehicle runs on gasoline engines, each with a power of 1.9 horsepower. Kangaroo can reach speeds of 25 miles an hour on land and 7 miles an hour on water. An own weight of an all-terrain vehicle is below 132 pounds, and its permissible load is 331 pounds. The development owes its name to a long balancer in the back, which works on the principle of the Australian kangaroo's tail. Its advantage is also in simplicity of the structure's assembly. In the disassembled state, an ATV occupies very little space. The manufacturer created a big toy car, Toyota Hilux Tonka. This colossus looks like a toy. Its parts are made in an unusual style for cars. It should be mentioned that this is not the first such joint experiment by these companies. In addition to the bright and eye-catching colors of the body, the car has got feed elements made of carbon fiber, reinforced bumpers, winch cable, and powerful optics, with a number of enhanced headlights on the roof. Compared to the standard version of the pickup truck, this conceptual toy model's clearance was increased to 5.9 inches. Toyota Hilux Tonka is equipped with reinforced bottom protection and 35-inch powerful wheels. However, developers did not disclose any information regarding the engine, whether it remained without modifications or still underwent tuning. However, even with the original power unit, the car will receive 174 horsepower and 420 Newton-meters of torque, which will ensure easy maneuverability across desert sands. Replenished with a new model presented in 2 versions: Can-Am Maverick X3 XRC Turbo and Turbo R. Today, there are various models of SUVs to solve many problems. The above-mentioned models are ATVs that are designed exclusively for rock crawling. The manufacturer assures that the front differential control system will ensure more confident maneuverability, even in the most difficult sections of the relief terrain. While a tendency to individual tuning of the vehicles before participating in competitions prompted developers to create 2 versions at once, which will satisfy various needs of customers. They differ in engine power and overall dimensions. An innovative solution was the invention of the smart lock system that controls the front differential, thus turning it on and off at any speed mode, which allows the driver to concentrate on the road. For a greater convenience, it has got 4 models that collectively solve all possible tasks on the road. Last century, Czech engineers created a heavy tractor, Tatra T813. The need in its development arose due to lack of vehicles for transporting heavy military equipment such as tanks. By that time, the machinery from the 50s was worn out and required replacement. That's why Tatra T813 development appeared. A 12-cylinder diesel engine, which appeared after enhancing of its 8-cylinder counterpart, served as a power unit. However, Czechoslovakia did not have sufficient funds to create only military equipment, so civilian vehicles were also released. Several versions were developed for army use, for construction, for agriculture, etc. Modifications also included tractors with 4- and 6-wheel drive. At that time, Tatra looked very unusual. Such machines were not on the market yet back then. At the beginning of the 80s, when the tractor was discontinued, its look was still relevant. Vehicle, which is designed to become an unmatched combat vehicle capable of overcoming extreme off-road conditions at high speed. It was possible to bring an idea into life, but its mass production is questionable, because the cost of the prototype is incredibly high. Nevertheless, it served its purpose. It allowed developers to test innovative systems, based on which new automatic, ground robotic vehicles will be designed in the future. Main tasks to be solved by Crusher are reconnaissance and delivery of various loads. Due to its off-road properties, it is able to do it literally on any terrain. In addition, we should note flexibility of the robot and its ability to adapt to any terrain, whether it's ravines, blocks of stones, and other obstacles, such as cars and small structures. Off-road vehicle with huge wheels and an incredible ground clearance height. This time, engineers from the USA created a new monster with a record-breaking size and price, the Sin City Hustler. By its look, a record holder resembles a huge off-road limousine. The length of this giant is 33 feet, while its height exceeds 11 feet. A cabin is equipped with 13 deep sports seats and reliable seatbelts. It is worth mentioning that the driver is assigned a central seat, while passengers are seated along the sides. An 8-cylinder, 8.5 liters engine is installed under the hood. After modification, it is capable of giving out 700 horsepower. Transmission for such a colossus has to be customized. Sin City Hustler is also equipped with all-wheel drive, which with its dimensions can significantly reduce the turning radius. Super powerful buggies for more than 10 years in a row. Ultra Bouncer is just one of his amazing projects. This SUV can literally do anything. The designer customized a V-shaped 6-cylinder Chevrolet engine with a volume of more than 11.5 liters. Such a huge volume enabled decreasing the engine's power by more than 1,000 horsepower. Power and huge torque are transmitted to all 4 wheels through an enhanced transmission with interaxle and axle differential locks. The chassis is fully controllable, which means that both front and rear wheels turn to achieve perfect maneuverability. A long-stroke multi-link suspension with gas-filled shock absorbers, a special rubber with deep grousers, and a low weight of the frame allow Ultra Bouncer buggies to overcome almost vertical planes. The American Society of Motorists, where everyone can contribute to the development of new ideas. The car received the status of a premium racing SUV designed for high-speed drive on desert sands. Its design was made by placing the model body on a tubular welded steel frame. The body itself is made of a combination of thermoplastic with carbon fiber. Despite its massive size, a racing SUV is not heavy due to the use of lightweight materials in its production. For a full implementation of ideas, the vehicle has got an impressive ground clearance. High speed is ensured by a long hood, under which an 8-cylinder engine with a capacity of 6.2 liters is located. On the sides of the hood there are ducts that release hot air. Rally Fighter can reach a speed of 131 miles an hour and give out a maximum of 430 horsepower.